Welcome, ladies, and you boys too. I'm Aravero here as always today we're in Riverbend, and if you recall from the last episode, we were having a giggle fritz over this monster head here that I've created. Um, I moved it back, and I moved it that way. I moved it backwards and away and up, so that it wouldn't connect to this wire, and so that somebody took the tuft off of his chin. Um, s- um, I moved it up so we could have a really good view of his face, and I moved it away so he wouldn't connect to that fence. And I've also changed his horns because I am referring to a particular monster description, and the particular monster description that I am referring to describes them potentially have this type of monster having different shapes of and directions of horns. Also, in the between time, I have started to play a little bit with the idea of creating the rest of the body. I was thinking of making this shape here for the trapezius, like the muscle that connects like think of strongman, the muscle that just crawls up to their ear from their shoulder. Well, I want his neck to disappear, so that's why I started trying to make this trapezius, but I don't think this is quite high enough up to get the effect that I want. So I'm going to have to go find myself some leaves because, of course, all of my leaves are right there. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of all those leaves. I will be back with you when I have some leaves to use for scaffolding. So, yeah, I've got myself some scaffolding. I already took away part of this here. Again, I want to do the same thing but higher up on the model, like right here, higher up on the model, because he's a model citizen. He's not only is he a model citizen, because clearly his intention is to harass the people on the bridge. That's not where that needed to go. Where is more dark green? Okay, but also clearly he's a model citizen because he's a model of beauty and these pieces keep putting themselves in the wrong place. It's got nothing at all to do with where I'm actually aiming. I don't want this stripe, but I'm gonna have to get structure first and then figure out the exact way I want the texture to go. Where can I stand? Oh, that was good. That was not what I was trying to do. See, the problem is that my leaves are in the wrong block. No, the problem is that I'm just having a fail this week as far as placing blocks is concerned. Have you ever had that problem? I have that problem all the time, obviously. That's half the reason the people that watch my videos is to watch me fail. Okay, I want this block to be here. And then, oh, I'm going to need to fall again. So much of my videos are spent in the whole process of bouncing back up and down. You know what I should do? You know what I should do? I should totally get more food because 2 fish is not going to be enough to heal all of this stuff. I said I was going to make a video today. Well, if y'all didn't already know why I'm not a professional Minecraft builder, this is why. I can't do these things. I cannot do the most basic Minecrafter builder skills. Like, say for example, falling down there for some Minecrafters means you whip out the ender pearl and you get right back up, or the elytra and you get right back up. But for me, not so much, because I don't know how to work the things. Which, of course, is one of those things that's a practiced skill, and if I would just spend a little time practicing it, I might be able to do it. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm still trying to expand the shoulder because we want to have the trapezius, and then he needs to have a shoulder that comes out here somewhere. And we're going to have to figure out where his shoulder is going to be. Like, this is a good old-fashioned straight head. I wonder if I can get away with turning his shoulder so that it's on a 45-degree angle and still understand that it's a shoulder. It might not be worth it in the end, you know, because it's a Minecraft build and it's mostly pixel art and you know, maybe nobody cares about such things. Let's go down here and intentionally fall down and have a look before the sun goes down and see if we're making any progress in the right direction. Well, the legs are over here and the head and neck is up there, so that might not be quite the right direction. Let's see how it looks from up here on the bridge or something. Let's see if I can make one of these ender pearls work. Whee! That's a fail. See, this is why I don't do these things. Okay, go right there. Okay, well that saved me a little bit of time. All right. So my concern is that having this fleshiness right here coming out will need to be defined. No, it's going to be fine because we want him to have no neck, right? So what needs to happen is he needs to probably be bulked around a little bit on the side here as well. And I'm right now wondering if I have... okay, I'm going to put another one down here, and then maybe this will be the end of our shoulder right here. This is what I'm thinking, and that's our shoulder. And it's going to get a little bit broader right here as well, for sure and for certain, I think. I say for sure and for certain, and then I say I think, which makes it sound like I'm not that for sure or for certain, doesn't it? Okay, can I get down low enough that I can see to place this block? I can. Yay! Okay, so I need that here. Here, maybe? Yeah. Is that what I did over there? I hope so. Move. Gravel. Just move. Okay. And then, okay, and then I want to... no, it's here. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was trying to do. Here and... Whoops, I missed this one. All right, let's see. And of course, we're going for the green skin. The description of the monster that I'm building says either green skin or gray skin. I'm going to step back a little bit further this time. Because, okay, so, yeah, I don't hate it. He's not supposed to have a neck. He doesn't have a neck. It'll be fine. All right, I'm going to fill in just like this layer of green and maybe another layer down. And let's just have a see. Before I forget the important part, thank you to Colin for leaving me this lovely message on my bridge, which shows that he saw my first video, or the last video, and also to Neo Elder, who left a similar comment on my YouTube page. I really appreciate hearing from you guys. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, I'm looking for a button that I can't find. Here it is. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to always tell me if there's something wrong with my video, like sound or video quality or something like that. Okay, so as I promised, I have filled in part of his shoulder. See, this is... and there's a light up there. Okay, the magic balls of going somewhere. There, okay. So, the back of him is starting to get very flat. And I don't want it to be very, very, very flat. The only thing I could possibly do using these blocks, which are squares and not stairs. There's not that many options in the green categories, of course, for shapes and stuff. I was thinking of maybe putting those there, but they're going to stick out like sore thumbs because they're in an entirely different spectrum of green than the rest of what I'm building with. But I'll leave them there for now, just because. Anyway, what I'm thinking is that in order to give us a little bit of dimension and a little bit of movement in his back, movement in the whole structure. And in order to give us a little bit less flatness in the back, but still give us the shape that we need. Okay, think about this. Look at how he's standing here, right? He's got one arm that's going to go under the bridge and going to be reaching up over here. So this part here is going to be kind of his hand. And then his other hand is going to come off of the shoulder there, and he's kind of reaching up over here to harass the people that are going by on the bridge, right? Okay. So if you emulate this with your own personal personage, and you reach underneath of the bridge and then reach forward towards the other side, the other bridge, what you're going to end up doing, I'm making motions with my body that you guys cannot see. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up canting your shoulder. Cant, that's a fancy word that means like move your shoulder, set your shoulder back. Okay, so that's going to make you end up moving this shoulder on this side back, right? So that it wouldn't actually like press against this. See, we've got a connection point here again, but wouldn't actually press movement. Can I find my proper keys? Okay, so then we can move this shoulder back, and so this would be like his shoulder blade. So I'm going to move that whole side of his shoulder structure backwards and leave the other just from like his spine over this way. Just move that whole section back one block, his neck, what's starting to form on the front as his chest, just on this side. So that's going to pull his shoulder back just on this one side. Just so it's going to pull his shoulder back, right? And it's going to make this side of his shoulder sit further back. And down she goes again. At least I'm hoping it will. And then it'll make, it'll also give us a little bit of hopefully dimension on the front of the body as well. And then we'll have to figure out how we're going to tie that torso in to the waist and or legs and stuff down there. So we're going to, okay, there was an alert on my computer. Sorry guys, I didn't know it does that. So anyway, I will fix. All right, so anyway, I'm going to play with that and I will be back. Now, from in front of him, and this is of course below the bridge, now we can see that we're starting to get a nice sized chest cavity here. He's right here, right at this level is where we would get like a pectorals. Like for Incredible Hulk, if you're aware of that comic book. There's a reference like that, right? So I want to leave that musculature, that suggestion of musculature at that point. But I want to, I'm not sure. Let's try. So this is probably going to go way too thin, way too fast. But I want to just go do this and see how it comes out because, hello, not there, please. That is going to be a place that I can start to try to figure out what I do want to do, right? Okay, so yes, that actually does give me what I need most, which is the definition to finish off this pectoral muscle that I have going right here, and also the starting to pull down into the waist. So the question is, how much can I get up here on top of the trees? No, that's not the question. The question is, like at this angle, which is of course the least visible angle at the moment, we have too much of a sharpening down into the waist. And what about down here? Okay. See, this is also going to help us shape our what do you call it? Shoulder blades. But because we have back here, I think we can get away with pulling this back side down. Because the back is really a lot like flatter right there. I think we can get away with putting another line right here and there just to make sure we have enough depth. So let me find a place that I can do that from. Rah! Hello, steps. Okay, this is sad. This is just sad. Chin. Let's get a chin shot in here. That's not what I was trying to do. Use a tool. Get out. How did I even do that? How did I even do that? I like planted myself in his chin or something. Okay. This is Era. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. Okay. That is green, I guess. Was it? No, it was the other green. It was the other green. Okay. So as I was saying, disregard the noise, the fact that the sunlight is going to fade very quickly. Give me that. Right like that, and then right like that, and either I gotta go sleep. So over in this general area, let's see here. So from here, we still have a very nice line for this chest. That waist is gonna have to go. Hello, move. Okay. Ugh. This still looks pretty good here. I think that this waist looks pretty good from every angle except for this angle back here. And I think there's a simple solution to that. In that I think I can get away with just taking off this lower corner at the back, right here, and right there. And then we'll start to taper his waist down from that point. I think that'll work. All right, so let me get about another 2 layers on the bottom here below that, which should get us to almost the level of where our original waist is, and let's see what we've got then. Well, I like how this is gone. Again, I only pulled it down 2 layers from where I was before, but as I was doing that, I shaped it a little bit. So we've got, I took this notch out there because this line developed as I was filling in here. And so we have what's going to yield for us, I think, a fairly natural waistline. I'm going to finish this in right here at exactly this same shape. That shape right there will be the center point of our waist, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with our hips. But before I do that, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to walk away and not look at him for a while, and then I'm going to come back and he's starting to have a really nice little body. Alrighty, well, I have done a little bit of playing around with his head, a little bit of, oh, not his head, his head's fine. His back, his waist, his hips, these leaves here, I've started to space out about where I want his hips to be. I've made him a little bit longer, like 1 block, maybe 2 blocks longer, taller between his neck and his, oh, well, you know what else? You know what I did do? Can I look at the mob, of the build? I moved this segment down 1 block and then shaped the rest of the body based around that because I ultimately decided, yes, I don't want him to have a neck, but I want him to have a collarbone, sort of. So, anyway, so that's how I've gotten that length. And as I said, I've put these leaves here to start to get an idea of where I might want the hips to be. I want to try putting, what we want him to have. I want him to have legs. At this point, we need to start making legs. That's why we needed hips. Can you get up on the block, please? But I haven't decided exactly how. See, the easiest thing would be to just run the legs down. I'm so, like, not focused. The easiest thing would be to just run the legs down and then have, like, a foot running in the water somewhere. Probably, like, really, I would have to make it, pretend he has an ankle and flipper feet, I guess. I don't know. We'll pretend he does for that. Not like that. Not that one. Definitely not that one. Give me that one. Okay. Anyway, some kind of leg. The easiest thing would be to run his leg down, use the shape here that I have with the leaves. I don't have my magic balls moving around. Move the shape, replace these leaves here. Can I get the block, please? Thank you. Replace the leaves with that. Does this give him legs? I'm not sure. Let's see. We're totally making this up as we go along. I can have straight legs coming down. That's the easiest thing. Because because his arms are a little bit offset, his hip is going to be a little bit offset. That's the part that makes sense to me. So, yeah, I just can't figure. This is where I'm stuck. I can't figure out mechanically in my head where his feet would be. They wouldn't be directly beneath him, and that's the only thing I can figure out. It wouldn't be. That's not where I wanted that. See? Okay, stop. So I'm gonna just replace these leaves with probably maybe not even replace, but I'm gonna put this green clay where these leaves are. Play around with the hips and legs for a minute and see what I get to from there. That's my plan at this moment. Well, I have been poking at these legs for several days now, and I'm not getting happy with these legs. I'm not getting happy with anything basically below the bottom of his rib cage. So I'm out of ideas. I don't know whether I'm being limited by the squareness of these blocks, like the fact that they're full blocks and I don't have a whole lot of options as far as stairs are concerned, or if I'm just tired of looking at it. But I am sure that this is already more video than this project should have. 2 videos is the maximum that this project should have. And so I'm going to play with another idea that I have that doesn't involve legs, and come back and show you a finished product on this guy, a finished build, and then we're going to go on to other things because I have other projects that are also unfinished and have had too many episodes that we need to finish up, and then we can move on to other things because I have so many ideas, and this is holding me up. This is what's holding me up today. These other projects are holding me up tomorrow, and holding me up tomorrow. Yep, exactly. So I'll be back. Well, in the time that it has taken me to finish this build, I have a candy striper type of building over there. Okay. On with the show. So, I actually quite like him all of a sudden. I have been fighting with this guy for several days, but what we have got here are some little hands floating in the air, that I couldn't get them to be any better than this, not with the available block palette. Yeah. And so I went with, instead of doing the legs, I've gone with sort of a genie in the bottle type smoke kind of thing coming out of this cave over here. And of course, cobwebs are the best that I can do right now. I've got some little back scales on there, because he's a monster and he should have scales. And this one down here at the bottom has got a little lack of commitment, I think. It doesn't seem to know which way it wants to go. All right, so, but anyway, as I said before, it's like this. It's like this. I like pieces of him, and some of the parts are okay. Like the hands, as much as you can see from the bridge, are fine. But the arms are kind of hopeless. The body is fine. I'm okay with the whole little tail that goes into the cave part. And I'm absolutely in love with his face. But even though I'm not satisfied with him, if I don't quit and just go on back to, well, sooner or later, you just gotta give up. It's the best I can do with what I have on hand right now. And you never know, maybe in a couple of weeks, in a couple of updates, I'll walk by him and I'll go, you know what I need to do to him? And it'll be the perfect solution. But for now, we just have this guy. We just have that guy. So, eridoodle-doo, toodaloo.